wish to serve notice that if President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia do not heed to our call, we shall use every legitimate and constitutional processes available to us, including parliamentary processes, to ensure that we compel this government to listen to the good people of Ghana. Enough of the mess in the energy sector. Under this government, we've had so many scandals in the energy sector. The PDS scandal, the Ameri scandal, the Boss scandal, the Tor scandal. In fact, it is just too many and it's getting worrying. We would ensure that the right thing is done, and we will do everything within our capacity. And I mean everything within our capacity to see to it that this rape of the nation's resources is not materialized. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
And that is the ranking member on the Mines and Energy Committee in Ghana's Parliament, the Honorable Jinapo, speaking to a Terenco company. And I think so. The privatization of Tor, Yenim say in the coming days, this will become a very serious topical issue. But the week under review, as we speak, Yenim said, now what more and the alleged tape. Efa IGP Akufo Dampare ho eba ye de ho enkomo bebre na anopay mabedwafo no nyina no atena se so ye bekoso a de ho enkomo. In this same week, the vetting committee of the New Patriotic Party sat, and then they came out with their report or more acclaimed 10 aspirants to contest in the NPP's presidential race. And then again, in the same New Patriotic Party, we are told, sir, often constituencies party a nomination for their parliamentary primaries. And this morning we speak to these issues. Na afi abigafonso abua ama yetime ede ho enkomo. Shane Somali said numbers 0550596929 0550567929. Now what the messages edia faso edia, but we'll take time and then read out all messages. Your views and thoughts will be heard. And to join you live on Facebook, Nama or messages and to me Emra. Citizen Acho Dazi, a General Secretary, GCPP, and obey what I say, and then they were bantempa and General Baby and I just a baby. Kafi Omega, a member of the New Patriotic Party's communication team, and I say Charles McCarthy, a editor-in-chief, the Hawk newspaper. One minute I know Atinasi Benicia, and I'm quite sure, member. Does it imagine?
Speak out with you,
now, and what is saying?
It is possible. As a citizen,
I'm willing to
it is possible.
It is possible.
And I'm a citizen.
It is slogan. I'm on the edge here.
Citizen, it is possible.
It is indeed possible.
It is indeed possible.
Yes.
I see. Can we imagine?
Yeah.
Mr.
Speaker,
it is possible.
It has always been possible.
I see.
And it's indeed possible.
Hey, Jazzy. You may do what say to me. Come you. This is the morning. Which hour morning? Oh, James, that did I.
It's possible.
Mr. Speaker.
Secretary. General.
Maakye.
Bejoso. Minia.
Anapay. Minchio. Na minchia etefu. Na wanuma watching via social media. Na minchia Munia Makati. And ama Munia Kafui Amega. Because it is Mr. Speaker.
Yes, General.
Nimpaze yabaye yanshishe. Nani na ajina yankopon nsem.
Very well.
Aya bakana bibia ya me otum bibia ye. Ya me otum bibia ye.
Maybe I need a fancy.
You're not me too. You're not me too.
Ya me otum azina ye.
Yeah.
Na so yimpaze aya yense siebo. Yesi butuma ye. Ibutum ya ye. Se ya me amma ho kwana. Won hihye ya ba hihye. De butuma ye no ombado.
Untum.
Ombado. Untum so. Enti ye jama ya me. na ma yɛsrɛ nyame de
But you don't believe that.
ɔno onyim sɛ oye na ɔyɛ ma ne mba no ɔma dze a wahyehyɛ na ɔpɛ dɛ ɔbɛmu na ɔmbrɛ mu na nyankopɔn ara ne nyɛ otua nsɛm a nkɔfo ka nyɛma a nkɔfo yɛ ma yɛdwene dɛ nka wɔbɛtum wayɛ ma wayɛ possible ampa nanso nyankopɔn ara nyɛ tua dɛ bɔhyɛ a nkɔfo hyɛ no wɔntum wɔnzi do
Wɔntum andi no.
wɔntum wɔnkɔtum so nti dɛm dɛ wɔnkɔtum yi a yɛpɛ dɛ Ghana fa ne tampa firi ɔmɛn no obi a nyansa na nyimzii na timma nyimpa mo dɔ ahyɛ no ma na ɔnzi Ghana ma no nyim mɔmfa Ghana ma ɔmfa ne tampa firi
Dem nipa koro no ɔbɛyɛ hwan.
wayɛ bɛyi na ɔbɛyɛ bisia
I see.
Speaker.
Yes, make sure I won't allow you to go on the tangent of citizen. Make sure and I will was and a general so I can say. I don't know why I want to make a comment on his statement.
I'm not making a comment. I'm just drawing his attention. Speaker said before you, and raise emotion said,
yeah,
or no, obetumi wa kunyano so.
Exactly.
Into 2 minutes, and I may acknowledge so it is possible.
Oh, okay. From that context, I see.
So I don't know where he's driving to.
But I didn't respond to Makati. Mr. Speaker, may respond to Makati. May respond to him. May respond to our Sembisa Ibisam. May respond to Makati.
I see. But I mean, point of order, point of law, so, General, they say the speaker, you really are near really. It's, you know, your absence without permission, no one year in the future, and not all the year about the by election. So,
Which of them?
what's it?
Which absence?
Which absence? So last week, now on here.
Oh, I asked permission.
Permission now be doing.
Okay.
Clark now reported to the speaker.
Oh, no, Mr. Speaker, I don't was sanctions or Yejuma. I don't was sanctions or Yejuma. Because, Mr. Speaker, me, I have it on record with dates and signatures.
Okay.
Inti
So you were going to be absent.
Inyo.
Okay.
Inti se clerk and yene juma. No, I don't was sanctions or Yejuma.
Okay. Very well noted. I say, my messages, you know, Embra, my major for no, and with you one more and canon. Now, we'll begin with a year tour, discussions, and then audio wa play at the ama one pay. Yes, sir, and Commodiana Sinibia Besan, so abo a year, the ranking member on the Mines and Energy Committee in Parliament, you know, nip voice, you know, ABM concerns about Terenco. And then TOR, Enkita Hudia Womo AD, the privatization of TOR. We've discussed it before, but I mean, the details are yet to come. Share a year the peripherals, any a year and Komwa, and na Namhono, Ebana. It looks as if say and Komodi Bebrinano and Sheda and ye clear. Mamisha or Makati, so na been tieno for 10 minutes. I say, Mamisha was.
Well, now I will say Ben Waha.
Ben,
I acquired the field there, Nanka, or the, but then you bet Wedma. And Chang come away for near Tifo. Speaker, media, me interest minority ranking member, audio boy, me pay attention, pa, na me pursue me who Nintia, or more pose. The what do you call it? Privatization, no.
Okay.
Apparently, no. And yes, sir, or mom pesi about privatizing. That is not their reason. And you're more tired, no. What do you now, boy? No? He is not against privatization, or they are not against privatization. What they are against is that young Horto now engage stakeholders. Who are the stakeholders in this case? Omo. They are not involved. Among can't be. And you know, they feel say what is going on. No.
Oh yeah, sure. Say they are not against privatization.
No. Audio now, boy.
Okay, my main some more audio for the purposes of one more. I feel no more joining na yentiembra.
Yet another emerging scandal in the energy sector. It does appear that even when we decide that we'll take a rest, the Akufo-Addo-led government would always inundate us with scandals upon scandals, especially in the energy sector. We've been following keenly developments at the Tema Oil Refinery. We have become aware of attempts by the Akufo-Addo government to lease the Tema Oil Refinery for a 6-year period to a company known as Torrenco Asset Management Company. Our checks has indicated that this company has no track record when it comes to oil refinery. It has no track record when it comes to the oil sector. And its balance sheet does suggest that it cannot provide the needed support for the Tema Oil Refinery. The Tema Oil Refinery is a strategic asset. It's the only state refinery capable of refining about 45,000 barrels of oil a day. If Tema Oil Refinery is well positioned and strategically positioned, it would result in millions, if not billions, of savings when it comes to import substitution. Unfortunately, the Akufo-Addo-led government has been sleeping on the job and has left the refinery to rot. Having failed to continue with the progress made under Mahama-led administration, they have decided to lease the Tema Oil Refinery to Torrenco Asset Management. And if you read the details of the contract, they are supposed to refine just about 8 million barrels. That is woefully inadequate. We believe that that contract is inimical. That contract will not inure to the benefit of the country. That contract will not benefit the ordinary Ghanaian, and that contract does not meet value for money. We are therefore calling on the Akufo-Addo Bawumia-led government to put a halt to this lease agreement, engage further with stakeholders, and ensure that we find a long-lasting solution to the problems confronting TOR. These firefighting approaches will not help the refinery. The refinery alone has seen about 5 different managements under the Akufo-Addo-led administration. It does appear that they are playing with the refinery. It does appear that there is no seriousness being shown when it comes to the management and revitalization of the refinery. And so we call on government to immediately halt this lease agreement and ensure that we go through a transparent process. We go through a process that gives everybody a fair playing field, equal opportunity, so that eventually we can identify a strategic partner that will not only ensure that the refinery is put to good use, but that the refinery serves the overall interest of the nation.
Kessben 92.9.
The minority wishes to serve notice that if President Akufo-Addo and Dr. Bawumia do not heed to our call, we shall use every legitimate and constitutional processes available to us, including parliamentary processes, to ensure that we compel this government to listen to the good people of Ghana. Enough of the mess in the energy sector. Under this government, we've had so many scandals in the energy sector. The PDS scandal, the Amera scandal, the Boss scandal, the TOR scandal. In fact, it is just too many and it's getting worrying. We would ensure that the right thing is done, and we will do everything within our capacity. And I mean everything within our capacity to see to it that this rape of the nation's resources is not materialized. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Right.
Sugar.
Yes.
A self-serving agenda. Nothing nationalistic. There's nothing in this audio waba a chese omudrin yet timamufono.
My microphone.
It has been politicians' strategy. The BRO for the ordinary Ghanaian is a lie. Where was Dinapo? Dumso Bayi, Ashasi Bayi, Depth now, criminal Ben. Whose duty was it?
The ranking member.
Nentia ye tisum what in ano okasai. Did he speak?
Then.
Or gather press a can yentia ye tisum yentia. But that was where you are supposed to a interest because a sumuba affected. Prices no costra a higher. One kun amayen. And that or Makoya na won't kahuntinu. They should quickly stop it. They should halt it and come to the table for stakeholders and gather. You see, say you check. Now, one year be I will say corruption. So I say, wait, a be they say because they are not part of it, Nintino, and your papa. At least what identify the company in yet versatile and are well versed in the field that
yes, in
the energy sector. That would have been enough. Reasonable to make us enunti may fed money more. But you went beyond that. They say no, no, wait. Problem are two memoir and politicians. They joke with that too much. They say they should call them. If not, they will use every available legal means to stop it. Have they been able to do these things he's telling us today? And passing ministers, including your say your really fish, polytank mu. Fish farming. Yentani passing. Agric minister and approval. Yentiana kenu furata koda America or buy no more passing committee level. Yentiana he levy farm. So they should stop disturbing our ears. If there's something better they want to do, they should begin thinking about it. Yes, Tema oil refinery there is problem. You know, you set problem war. It is a contact a source in Abeka. You say Abeka, what identify weakness of a company or mudi man.
Yes, but Monkwane raise concerns. Imani Africa raise concerns. Osher Kofi Bentel, any day all raise here. I mean, it calls for a lot of. Is it the
same thing to see minority for Rezinana?
No, minority, no, at the end different. One, they tell you, sir, the Edikai, Terenko no, any well vest in the energy sector. Two, company nuclear registration. Problematic. And they say a ma almost single source contract, no so problematic. I mean, really a year.
So
the single source.
These are the reasons. These are some of the reasons that make pessimistic. State reasons that are backed by fact and no emotions because you are not part of.
So it says that Public Procurement Authority, 15 June 2023, request to adopt single source procurement to engage strategic partner for Tema Oil Refinery lease transaction. We refer to your letter, number so and so on 13 June 2023, and earlier correspondence on the subject above. The board, at its meeting held on Thursday, 15 June 2023, considered the following full complement of the document submitted by the Tema Refinery in explanation and clarification and support of its request. So the reasons for doing single source document, in favor of Terenko the Public Procurement Authority, are analyzing it now. Also, we find that the request seeks to enter into a lease agreement with Terenko Asset Management Limited and Tema Oil Refinery, its partners, to enable Tema Oil Refinery set up an SPV to start the refining process at Tor, a core mandate of Tor, and help restore Tor to its profitability. It is proposed under the partnership agreement between Tor and Terenko that it shall lease the Tema Oil Refinery and all its assets, excluding its laboratory, residue, and then fluid, catalytic cracking unit. Okay? And see, it goes down and down and down and down. Then they conclude by saying, our position that this request is directed to the Public-Private Partnership Committee of the Ministry of Finance is fortified by the identified conditions to closing clause 2 of the proposed lease agreement between Tor and Tema Oil Refinery. Clause 3 of the said lease agreement requires that the Ministry of Finance the Ministry of Finance approved in writing in form of a subsistence satisfactory to the leaser. The transaction contemplated by this agreement and other transaction documents under and for the purposes of the Public Financial Management Act. So this is concerns, how do you call it, the PPA, raising about the entire transaction. And some of the things are ever.
You see, so we're under energy.
Yes, this is under energy.
And one energy minister?
Napo.
See, Napo is becoming synonymous to single sourcing. Napo, Bonidin as a single source of pepan. Or education.
Yeah.
Mathematical set no motor, the same procedure.
Busy internet.
Busy internet deal with. And quite the 24th of December, that you see Brunia Bia. And no more na man for Cheska Kodi. And missing internet in school more. And away Albertosono. You see, Napo looks fine. Ushena, he looks fine outwardly. I am beginning to have a second look at him, say, probably he's contaminated. Why is it? Because you cannot have that affinity for wrongdoing in the name, say, Emrama or Honkai. I say, you are untouchable. Yes, you are the minister. You are holding power in our trust. Power, any diamond and another than Kufuado as president. And or in his wisdom, free to beat me about no deep amount. A chroma you soon. You who so street light untiminya ECG moi ECG is under you. Nothing is working. This is the only legacy I said Temator na esi ho no. Udi che. Udi ma
for 6 years.
For 6 years. Na 6 years na wo no.
Omo lazy omo asset ni na.
Bibia
Excluding the laboratory.
That catalytic cracker no. Apart from no, udi bibia more for 6 years. No, it can't be.
Now, already documented.
They should be raising these concerns, not Imani, because you have the
full proof of document.
The proof of document. The mumma but see, a hand for your interest. Their interest is that they were not involved. Their interest is that yam for one can one more money be a ni. Yen chendi parliament. Benya bia didi omo nkasa de omo ye bia anyway omo formula be omo ye de say no just omo increase bargain no ese bia offer no ye less nti e be kikam na why increase volume no na asonye so pepepe nye sade anka we ani hwe say Imani private entity emum etimi legitimate concerns. Na mona mo ye to abama mo se mo nko si anan mu no, you are raising concerns based on your emotions, based on the fact that your pocket have not been lined, and that is unfortunate. You see, Matthew Opoku Prempe doctor, mo ben no, mo tun mo guna sum. And now you fear no more to so he's a good man. He is gifting.
It is it all.
Yen kasi timu yading. And now I bet us we never said there is a wicked man. Yankasa addition and no ni mobi and telling us say or you be or chat and yes I can. We are talking about the fact that near my kosu on the ministry. And in the Juma and I may be some questions. For instance, what ja to you wouldn't me revive it all. You have not been able to revive it all. So what judge Maward na pope and a jaward that change the whole world that is what Jim mad the account. And none of the
female personality of
the year. When I'm presenting. No, original would be born upon one who.
Just as if I'm not
who picture about father and ma who we are now there, Chemi. For now, Nyamewa who asked them say na midi. But the speaker, another Danko Kufa, yes, or months be and now 1 year Nika Krabi and to go. As so a year near my ye or tutu near my ye, at least on Jai Dimpa and Sana Wako. Some of this one you fire them, you clear them, and bring people who can do their job, who can raise your name. At least, who disana who the call I who and you 10 years there, who Yemo di Baba Biao. Odini says that citizens the moment the domestication for bed so no more trainer for that be and tentemara na pabre fatigue
na po be da be obi operate mate
running mate single source in way
as I woni so operate mate
meaning speaker is a wukai some of them more
operate mate o candidate
more station wo I offend Kumasi Ntunye Sibo man share bia munim
and I'm saying say operate mate to your candidate
If I discuss it,
and the one that single source
discuss
oh we know
so me na po jai speaker na po jai oyini who fit single source in inside them where we want me the senior me I will do it.
I see me that so I remember cafe America so that mean tie no can we on the tour saga na yanko
Mr. Speaker,
yes.
My yamfa Kessben for the Kessie so anope yamfa nchia etiefo titu de na ehia yan kraye ahwefo no mo jimro mo de omo na ma be so ntentan fidie so ayo mo hweyen no omo use data no mo de ahweyen Mr. Speaker, I think say ohwe to ensensemi ya ebeya na ohwe be bia minority edi free bar. I ask myself the question. And then I hear a free toll. The hear free toll is a toll between me and Nanso.
Yeah.
Nanka etumia ye jumawaha. Nanka toll etumia refining, even if not a talk cry. Enka you crude na ye yanka ye mine no. Say to me refine you crude ne be my Nanka amafu abo abafom. Nanka anope nka ye nyina ye soria nka aya asam papa edi amayen.
But I don't think that you see a new refinery, right?
Mr. Speaker, it is also one of the reasons.
Yes. This week here, Trade Minister Kache said, a new refinery will come.
Yes. A new refinery will come. We have an old one. And so no. And then a bit to me, and also be a new one. Mr. Speaker, I don't want to because I don't want anybody. Na yenim senka fangwa nke yebe krefri amanoni abano nka wedi nka ye die mu wa ha nka ye mfa dollars akese enkokra mfa mba so na ohwe sa process ya eye komu ya apart from sa single sourcing ya ebia ye beka ho asem yi this process of trying to get a strategic partner to come to Tor enye ye ne ye shase because I was reading on Tor website and Tor website no ansana President Mahama Krabi fi abemu no or ye na adwen say opese or committed to the revamp of Tor enti okofa Petro Saudi edebaye or ye na adwen say in 2014 no obehwe na odi a revamp Tor. Mr. Speaker, ekosi saying enti no it means that aben bi obebe bia no e wo saa ahofama ne say nka Tor Kwame Nkrumah ye di si ho a ne purpose ne say eye say eba be refine fangoma ye nanke ye komu dwuye no ebetumi aye adwuma. Now Mr. Speaker, what is happening is say Tor no ankasa no yen Ghana for sebe ye di tumi ahwe mampanin sa no ya san ye ho abronsanfo because se Tor no refine oil no a what the 10 barrels of crude gumwa ebe pia bontino na ebi anaka 5 barrels of crude 25 no eka machine mu anasa akokeka machine siase se akokeka machine siase de na esi ekoyi. See, this has been a very big challenge enti de ye hu ne say Tor eya ba be yet say tank farm obi ko fa na refine crude bar no the ababe go am tank nim no mu issue no up na about say collateral management enti ye hwe no mu issue no mu ton na mu anyom sika. That is not the core mandate of Tor. The core mandate ni say verify enti ni say verify dia meme de enka say ye nyina o hwe de NDC kan ene de aban foforo kan na ye mandate si e be ya. Mr. Speaker, let's look at the credibility of company obetumi running to the interest of Mother Ghana, not to the interest of an individual. Because Mr. Speaker, yeah, now on my Japadia, no, the fact of the matter is the oil fund for no, is it a PPP or is it wholly government? If it's a wholly Ghanaian owner, the fact of the matter is, Sanya de run a tono, Sanya de Korane and Noswana. That is a question we need to ask. Or that is going to go under a Ghanaian state company. Be a normal barber running professional, then what is happening to Tor? And to me, media minority will nom the band, Mr. Speaker, Ushumna Utie, John Jin upon some. Sometimes I wonder, Senior Canensem. Because you see, I've followed him keenly on most of his submissions. And sometimes you see that the submissions are your personal interest.
But what is wrong with he saying, sir? You must stakeholders sitting around for what
Mr. Speaker, stakeholder or the
yeah.
Nobody is saying is wrong. Me interest and in the direction our dema. Because Mr. Speaker, you know, a man your semono. Opposition so can only know.
Exactly.
Opposition must be constructive. Even the CSOs, their suggestion must be constructive. So you raise the alarm. We all have to pick it up and see how I able to amanaye. Because Mr. Speaker, what we are mindful of the fact is that me as a common Ghanaian, the interest I have is that if Tor is refining oil here, prices of oil must be cheaper. Be interested, no, so that at least a bit to me am I komu adrian. So it is not for somebody to do it for his interest, his personal benefit. And until I say Ghana say Debbie, until we utie and someone sometimes minority de bar. Now we shall send your mode banwa or arguments nina ya much more of a destructive argument. Yen say no, a man in ye now will be the credibility. It's ye ma ho kwan ma sort of lifestyle. It doesn't work. Because once you want to come over to internet, let me read it from Tor Ankasa website. And then what NDC was planning to do, na enya John Jinapon and energy minister, deputy energy minister. So when all this planning was going on, wasn't he aware? And he knew when they were bringing petrol Saudi, not on Yahweh.
Yes, but he's only asking you, sir, Mumma Obia and Tenewase, engage the industry players. Ma Obia and Fanny Nim Diane Nigeria. Because once upon a time, must set up an interim management committee thinking, say, Womono will put measures in place. Sadiano Anyejuma. Now nipa baako mienu bi kɔhyɛ kokoam akɔma sole source contract. So our contract no ye hu de ebekɔ akosi ebe wiase no na the trimupontia yesi yam privatize it all no na eno nso anko ye adwuma. And in any case, what is the private company Terenko bringing on board?
Sir, Mr. Speaker, I don't make a choice say uhwe private company no ni interest our day ba when I see you put you in your effort and your argument to know. So private company now obano or best serve your interest as Ghanaians and now on serve your interest. Sometimes you see Osha company no obano no wa share a then ne asset ni social capital links burn or I'll bit media ba. But if it is a company that is set basically so only experience be or Bible you should talk as an experienced granddad. Then Mr. Speaker, I don't even subscribe to it. Because now make a maybe benefit, me interest, and they say, and then I told to me, I very find the oil, Timamu for to me at all. It is not for somebody's interest. And it is a who raise the argument, no argument, no, your papa, none I'm no kwanswa. Let's look at it. In any case, single sourcing, no, a day and embrano ekafaho. Say, ekoye adia enye a criminal issues let's speak to it because obi interest into me magana emo
very well,
Mr. Speaker. And then we can also not say because you are abemu and then we are holding power, we will sit down and watch Ghana on consent for Ghana to collapse. It's not true.
Medasi Kafi, my fast that be my Grace Gift Herbal Clinic, Pacho, and pay Grace Gift Adaroma, Yari no Asie Ebe2, Pacho Wawa, hepatitis, ABCDE, Ningina no Yetu Asie Edemau, hypertension, diabetes, stroke, no Asho Swache, prostate cancer and an enlargement nyinaa no mpacho for when each mo e Grace Gift Herbal Clinic and pay one bit to us here edia ma your ba person your vagina steaming where your bema opese penis enlargement ukoye bia and pay call Oshim School Junction ewo by Kessben Quantum Pond so na only Grace Gift Herbal Clinic for any answer so mpacho one crying and ne mpacho mun so achimota New Petroleum Estate yene Family Life International School no edi and shendi man pay speak to us on 0246 518003 0246518003 and answer Sefre 0543320030 na only Grace Gift Herbal Clinic for any enkomo anope one bejo so na afi one more to me aboa pa na me pacho tie me na tie me yes and say enkaboy say uyo bia uye adwuma ukra wankasa wo business no wa operate here for 1 year 3 years nie enti uye business owner CEO sole proprietor whichever way I offer ho bia no so far as why business no wa into operation from afeba kon ekosi ne miensa so no mpacho say nei upesika e de ahyese adwuma no mu a Eclipse Angel Investors for aba e de amaw na ye de dwumadie sonko bi e de bro a wankasa no say wo de wo hye mu bia ebebo aye pa ama wanya akwanya ama fei investment bi a wo hwehwe ama wo business no so atumpon akonanim bia no wonsa etime aka ye the business pitch dwumadie sonko e de bro na saa pitch no dwumadie ni mo no mpacho de obedi kan ye ne se obefa wo form na wafele o company ni din de wo ye ani wo projections de obi bia ye be mu akwanya ye be set panel e de amount na afi watimi aba abeda wani suade hunu no ene niema a wo ye wo business ni mu ni nyina no e de akire panel no mpanyimfo toto wa no wie na ye hu sampa de wo ye no eye krogen ese na fatase ye de sika hyem e de mawa afi saa akwanya no ye de bemaw na afi seed capital no ye de show business ni mu ama emu nso etimi apagya mpacho saa sika no ye de hyemu a nya de aye agye ne baako da bi enye loan ani ye de abobosi aka se daachi ya beji asaje ho ensi ho enti saa kwanyan aba e de ama pa mpacho anope de obe nyina no ene se obeba Kessben efie ha se e wo Kwame Nkrumah Circle ye be Vodafone office no obetimi afa wo form no e wo ha afa Denta new site Abakan Street oko Angel Eclipse Angel Investors and as Eclipse Collateral Management Office kese pa no ewo adenta na ehon so obenya form ne bi announce say www.ecmagh.com www.ecmagh.com na afiko na ko download the form no na fele ewo ho openche mu bi am pacho fresh 0549 087598 0549 087598 announce say fresh 0302 551877 0302-551877. Obetumi so afre 0266-999020 0266-999020 na oni Eclipse Angel Investors for any common pacho be a part of it. Pick your form no na fenya akwenya no na wonso yentimi emra na yemfa sikabotene emehye wadwuma ni mu emfa maw ebebo aye pa amwani so ade hono no nso etimi awie peye Ernest Herbal Industries for ana kase na mpacho womode enromienu edi abedwa mai so Ernest ointment and afi awake natural capsules mpacho se nro mienu eboa uye pa uye obi a rashes egugogo honam wani pimples mpacho uye bema uyi wabodwe sa na razor bombs ababegu ho bebre afi koko abesisisi wasum ebi ho ho ani hwenimu na koko no ababeso chicken pox ayo amanto krontokro edidada wedi edania anope fa Ernest ointment ni be extra sha awake natural capsules no mpacho ononom bia e boost immune system no afi wa or problem with urine flow and pay ononom awake natural capsules ebetu ni nyina no ase edi ama prostate disorders and pay mpacho de obe nyina ne se nonom awake natural capsules ebetu ase edi ama kra won kan ene ne mpache mu a okan shi drug lane won sabeka bi Kings Walk Herba won sabeka bi Repairs Ventures Tinated Herba Baseline Pharmacy ni nyina no e won kan won sabeka bi Kofodia for Monko Gapsen Pharmacy Delight Pharmacy and afi so Drug Right Pharmacy won kokwa Owusko B pharmacy nsabeka bi wo ho Hillside Pharmacy and afi BB Pharmacy Kaswafo Monko Tribe of Judah and afi Kumasi Danny Herbal Misty Herbal Kolinak Herbal ni nyina no udru ho a NS Herbal Industries phone no wonsa ebetimi akabia no pay for yen on 0245 079915 0245 079915 and also say for 0276 537701 na only NS Herbal Industries for any enkomo anope 27 after 8 Kessben. Stay true with us for the conversation anope yene wo have making kind of messages say be surely, but before that mame emra citizen so na minti wodon so na benisian so atenase citizen mame ma benache na afi memra so be ma je
Mr. Speaker
na empomu boko de
adome ho ya
very well yada twedi ampo ase say odon so abeka yensa citizen ba mintio general.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes.
And I think the Munya Makatina, Munya Kafui, they have been a little bit unfair to original pop. Because would say an except
of the
the press conference. And we base one argument on that except I would say. Personally, Martina no some bebre on this doom sesi or doom so or see. Intimina Makati Kade on Kawansam. I've heard him on several platforms. I just want to put on record the Martina Wakasa. However, that does not take away some of the issues that we raise.
Okay.
Because my one can you there? I mean, I'm always saying that there are bigger picture to the whole issue. However, some of the concerns they raise is fair and true. There, if is it only about the 1 year part, and what it means there is clarity that is needed. In terms of stakeholders, it's not just the minority who are stakeholders. In fact, what kind the minority? What really what's really stakeholders are they? It's just that the fact that parliamentarians, representatives of the people,
and the Mines and Energy Committee,
exactly.
So he would have wished say you may go into some level of discussions.
Civil society, they play a big role. In this we shouldn't think they are a minority in either way. They are part and parcel of us. Into the Ben, as an expert in the field, or Kasa, or a part and parcel of it. The fact you don't know the minority in either way, no, Ben will do his part, but minorities who are angry ones will be taken from. Nina Kahu, no so, no ye. I made them some in some busy beyond a bason or material. And Ben will how about to correct him. 2016, and Anna Tor maybe. Tor was working to the extent that Tor was exporting gasoline to Nigeria. Tor issues. Kasa Martin no esikasama. Na ekoto na ikote in some more kodo one na church or you maybe ma oh yeah, it's heartbreaking. The board, Tor board, I think about a year or two ago, there were issues of CCTV cameras. I don't know whether you saw the cost. I mean, say, what 2 more years are? I mean, maybe Ben can let us know. There were 2 years and I don't want 1 year. But even the pumps there, yet some. I mean, we've heard so many things. But you see, until they be decided that we will all be nationalistic. Na young kwaye partisan with Tor issues. Young kwenyum.
I see.
Odubia the blame game inti. Obia want to cover their ass and the mistakes they've done in the sector. Because if you are your investment in sector, nasa on koye Obia bold enough to say there war party. Maybe on young one at that time they were not the person in charge. But to go back and say that this investment effort it was wrong. Nobody wants to admit that. Until we are all covering our asses. nti ayɛ dɛm a na ɔde dɛm situation aba bɛdum pɛmpɛndodui. From all angles, it say the issues with which is involving Torrent Square. No, there is the deal is smelly.
Exactly.
Obon. So, mama kind ipazinti na yenye more broader consultation and engagement. Because in the end, my friend ye binya enfaso wa na mona yirutu no ho. Na yenye yakwa na yejina because as of 2021 it was predicted that by June 2022 Tor will be having full scale operations. Eko Google anything about Tor. Hey, even there from 1990 every time there is issue about Tor resuming operations, Tor resuming operations. Ya ta ya bre. So until when? Until when the Yebenya that Tor will resume the full operations. In Krofa, what found Tor? No, where was in very good experts in technicians and engineers in Massa. They found themselves in UAE.
Now I asked, sir, even with the few staff members of what you Moka.
I can't tell about what you're on.
On which basis? Company in Yajuma, right? And on which basis nobody just salary?
Well, you may be aware, I'm sure. When they go, I know what to work. If you move to work,
what sort of work did they do? Because
there might be certain things that they, well, I mean, it's a legitimate question, Ibisan. As my Ibisan, a very legitimate question. Now, I am a for you, Koton Kotin. Because several institutions in Ghana, no question, Jumanko for you.
Okay.
They, whether they deserve Akitra Wutriana. That club's paying not high. Bisan. This is Uncle Fire from where Juma Muni Bison one day. Say, a kada yashwe Juma wo productive levels, lady Town Kawa. In Kakutrian be boss wardana. You know, and the people who are working are also not being paid. One of my warrior Juma no one chair one call. One of my what one yashwin was Jakitria, Nakutrian on Yakitria. Or you boom, 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 boom. Inti, Mr. Speaker, I mean, Damuto asemi, I na ne can oya cabre.
Okay.
Since you also want to say, no, Iba Kwana Yeba Fadwa, Yeba salvage the issues. Na yen shema politicians, one shema as in say, na one form of consortiums, which na one bade where you're sure about for about solve the problems. Because this obi should baby as kawa na namuwa. Na waso mayan hwena nkogana fo nkangum do to no nye nyamare say nti yen tompo yen na dam na yen ya aka ye push na wakasa wa afechira akofom consortium so na wa abade they are coming to solve the issues for us. Na wa boska bum kakra bi a chen and because we don't know the nitty-gritties in
the okay e bi ba absolutely because indications are yen is there are some 17 state-owned enterprises the government wants to give out.
We are just dancing in circles, and you see how our politics is going. You know, that obokodo forever. And that's why leadership is very key. Internet to do it is possible. It is possible. Na no can win the more. What's more wash from Yamarukuya? That's a 1 year since ya. Or you know.
All right, but that's a citizen. But I mean, kind messages in now. I feel member Ben. So, Capito in God so mentions says no matter the lies and propaganda of the NDC, still Ghanaians will never vote for them to come to power again because they are not ready for doom. So simple and short. Thank you for a message. You know, where they are. This one says that good morning, Speaker. Bawumia will lose this presidential election because of Ukraine and Russia war. He should take it from me. Dansai Kenneth, thank you for a message. You know, Secretary for Setra from Plains, NDC. Greetings to you, Mr. Speaker, and team. Thank you for a message. You know, with the but this one says that good morning, Speaker. Indeed, you're having an interactive discussions this morning. Tour must be revived, but not with the set of mentality we want to do it. The people will not rob us simply because the state-owned enterprise is not working. They will share the proceeds among themselves. What they are about one for day and kahon. This one says that Emma B says that good morning, Speaker. I'm listening to you at Kessben. Okay. The toll issue must be dealt with once and for all. The nation has pumped a lot of resources into toll, but we are not realizing the full utilization of that facility. A word to a wise is enough. Napo is it's questionable. Okay. Thank you for a message. No, our dear Ben Marintio.
I think the citizen shall see besides one to Jumaifu Yetua Wonka, even though Munya Jumano, Kumine Ecosutia Wonka, because a bay storage facility, it's a tank farmer, BDC is Nibidium products, a big guho. And because of some of the products in Guho Nintino. Was saying I was almost now managing the day-to-day operations of that particular storage entities. But at the expense of Ghana, because Omunya Jumabia and Etuanka. Now, two, Ohe the Ecosu or Tona, a Kamia is on my abofo, or Momo mine, and on my shedda, Mambofo. Omasheda se omo pese omo say to na to no omo say anywhere omo asesa ni mfidie no e de ache omo nuanom a omo so ye amambofo na ama oman no ahwere ade. Citizen bisa say 2015 yes 2015 the highest time at all refining year was under Kessben. That was in 2011. Sabrina 2004 under Kessben when Kufuor appointed so Omeye Tor MD or refining 11 million barrels in 2004. The second highest time at all san year Juma bium Maimoha between 2015 half year 2015 and then 2016 under Kwame Ewadako. Also 1.5 year now with the man no or refining almost 7 million barrels. MPP by the last time I told refinery was in 2018 under Honorable Isaac Osei. Is that the name?
Yeah, Isaac Osei.
Isaac Osei, the last contract, no, only BP, British Petroleum, and they signed a contract. No, or refining 948,000 barrels. Less than a million for a whole year. The last time I refined here. From 2018 till date, whether under Peter Mewu, or whether Honorable Matthew Pokumprempe, Tor is not refining. Now, Tor refining, the observation at Tor is that they say chrono near Koso. You see, so what Tor that, Tor is a security zone. Masa, you won't mean for pen crampy because CCTV camera, is a very structured entity. But in 2020 or 2021, there was a report out there that pylons, electricity, the mode dupano, and wire and ketwano, wire the mu dupano, yetimeria edia frito amanaira. Neamenoka say to or much at all caniamu. To any light. It's in darkness. Yeah, much more any darkness. So an entity of national priority, an entity of energy security for a country. Now since 2018, yanya ministers, Abba. Now, omuntimi prioritize this entity, and this entity who prioritizing the year krana, it make be usidi depreciation, right? Because even oil from the upstream, I'll bet me abu odiabwa. Na yetimi atna ho, ama to no ese no, honum ene hame. Now, omatna ho amambofo no atna ho no both ministers, whether Mewu or Honorable Matthew Pokumprempe, maybe it is not one of his KPIs, but I think that as a government, we are interested in one district, one factory, right? A government interested in industrialization, Tor should have been the topmost priority of this particular government. Revive it. Now, omumi enu atna ho aguno ase no. Nti omo say to wie no. Eno masanfa bia omo namfofo anase omo nuanom say oh ya say to na we, and when you listen to them to the ntimi nyadwuma to ntimi nyadwuma adenti na odema private persons on be manage. Okay. Right now they bring in their friends, and friends now modi omo Torinco was established in 2023.
Torinco Company.
Yes, January 2023. Was established in January 2023. Here in Ghana, I had no experience in refinery whatsoever. Any experience beyond.
And who are the owners?
Right? The owners will come later. Omuni refinery experience beyond. Afe yatam to say ye de mano. Say omeye as a private entity. Now, private entity, no, if you want private participants to manage the affairs of toll, ubeko public procurement.
Yeah.
And obey competitive tendering, bidding. Abra obey sole source no, their requirement, mona moye lawyers. One is agency of service. Sebia uhia immediately. One is that there is a single supplier. Say nipo bakupe.
And it's me, yes, I did.
It's immediate. I said I didn't know. One is that there is an experiment you want to carry out, and that particular research entity is the only person who will carry out that particular experiment. Another is that it's of national security interest. Because of national security, no. I was say dema sa company. All niema mabubu busu nyina to the procurement doesn't fall within any of these indicators mabubu. But ye the to no etam to no edema Torinco. Yedema Torinco, what is the agreement? That Torinco to come and use our central distillation unit, your friend is CDU, because already Amambofono agu the RFCC or ma cracking it down. RFCC is the residual catalytic cracker fuel cracker unit or fluid cracker unit. The best unit are and ultimately refining the best of products for an economy. Amambofono asay. Nti Amambofono asay na we no aka the CDU or the central distillation unit. Now, the central distillation unit is supposed to do about 41,000 barrels. There, I say, you see, at full capacity.
Yeah. And
also, no problem. Currently, be 35,000 barrels per day. Yeah, to me, no. Must see to me, and kebet me the GMPC oil alcohol. Instead of saying, I could turn a man, you bet me the alcohol. I refine it as I told my own, yen told my own crana. Ye the yen told my Burkina Faso, Mali. Yantoma Niger, we are adding value to our crude oil free from the upstream. But because of number 4, MPC be adding value to our crude oil no by refining it no. You see enkoton crude no sawa manone. Ya tony cheap ewa manone. Ya tony cheap wa manone ana. The finance minister comes to parliament or comes to the media and tells us, oh, your crude no krana. Ya koton ye no. Ya ton crude na wie no. Ye say hia sika dodo e dia import to refinery. Refined products, the abakroma. Inti no, it was say adjusted credit taxes become home. One member fund your moye. Inti, Mr. Speaker, ton seminal, one, there's no transparency in this particular agreement. That is one. 2, Torinco has no human resource capacity.
Someone need
the expertise, the knowledge, technical know-how to even refine products in Ghana. If omobeya omo the toll workers na the best adwuma no.
I see.
Omo be. Now 3, Torinco has no financial capacity. Only sika. Odibe to fuel impo e de abakrom ha. E de ya refine. So it is agreeable say yebetimi amato a private sector entity. Because as at now no Yahu say aban njumayefo amambofo no amanyofo is not amambofo. But some that they are synonymous.
Yeah.
Amanyofo and amambofo no they are synonymous. so me say sometimes nakati I don't know him sir. Nti amambofo yi atna ho ama to na say. And omotna oma to no say wie no. Now instead of them to get us a private participant, ebema the benefit of that particular arrangement to a state, far outweighs the cost to a state, almost there be. Yamana say we, yensan toma private participant, na any to a lot of cost to the state than to benefit us. And a yakofa Torinco buy. Say yemfanko chomo, ye the chomo, ye say a fibiano, obia. Or refining 8 million barrels annually. And 8 million barrels, no. So here, 52 million barrels this year. You see, Ghana produce now. It is equivalent to the Ghana Group Benya. So I'm even tempting to believe that GMPC product, no, and it be this particular Toronto.
I'm on my refined.
Yes, because annually we get about 17 to 18% of crude produce in Ghana. This year, budget no more reading here. Almost this year, your crude no, we are projected to output no 52 million. In the 17 to 18%, no, hover around 8 million barrels annually.
Okay. But now
so what it means is that your crude no, and almost the ma Torinco or refinery we are wasabo yenka because ne even tolling fee no say tolling is say odi o company no amobi odi high ne say ombe refinery enya yinkra no tolling fee kra $4 per barrel.
Very well.
This our refinery 8 million barrels multiply $4 by 8 million. But the government of Ghana is saying that ombe 1 million a year. Se we enya krono a den. Intimidie so yeah amanyonia any kwan so yeah omambafo because that be American. Your priority must be the state and the state interest alone. That's it.
Very well. But that's Bennings here bringing us to 48 after 8 a higher Kessben 92.9. But stay with me. I mean, try me ho na menge abua from Kratwe Emra. Me koba ye beto ankomodi so. Ye basi here.
Ago Ghana for ye dia sem de ebremo wo ye obia wo ye wadwuma dada ana wa ye adwuma efri afe baako ekosi ne mi ensa so Eclipse Collateral Management and Business Advisory Services e de ani jesem e de brow through Eclipse Angel Investors and ye ba be ma sika botina ubetimi ya hye wadwuma na wadwuma ne so atumpon ye pa de obe nyina no ene se ubefa wo forms e wo Kessben FM 92.9 e wo Accra ye be Vodafone office no e wo Kwame Nkrumah Circle and afi Eclipse Collateral Management for office Kessben ewo Adenta new site Abakan Street. And also say download your form no ewo www.ecmagh.com. Na fe when ya kwenya say business page dwumadie sonko a yede bro no. Wonso when ya mu chefa. Say ope ensem yimu enhyemu bia. Free number say did this way 0302 551877. And also say free 0266 999020. Eclipse Angel Investors unlocking business potentials with seed capital.
Efo nade ukazaje obadi matisi kama yo hadi motoma sasi motu kwa blochi ko ye juma mama no sikade piada o majuma ko ye obo mi baye mabaya mi yiri ni bedi mafufro wode mu osi wa jawi ra.
So, oh Medofo, can wakoma to yem. I have a perfect solution to your problem. When you say and sembe to say muna emerima bebre efemu, ebitimi femu diewu, ebitimi ekuwa ho, ebitimi enya yare agodua, edi wonto anananom ewon siedo, abra won brempo enso ye. Na ye wo dwumadi soronko a yahyehyɛ wo Kessben 92.9 FM. Dwumadi ebaso eda ukwada enwumre nonso ekosi ne nonwotwe so. Na yasan ababiem eda memne da eye enwumre nonso krona ekosi ne nonwotwe so no. Mene ma bedwafo etena se na ya pense ensama hodo a emerima bebre FM a etete won na wonya kamafo ene nti ye dwumadi ya todin se emerima wo haw na ya jeso se ye wo kasamafo emerima nka wa komanto wonyam na ade pena mene ma bedwafo ye beka mo nsem nyina de amamu number sa obetimi afre abra wo pese ye solve problem ema eye 0540 357833 and 0270 253238 emerima wo haw ye wo kasamafo.
Time to wait for nobody. Oh yes, Ghana, are you ready? Food Tech Grab the Mic Show. With me out, show me and share the biggest rap show in town. Food Tech Grab the Mic. A bushia for meeting at the Bismarck Nana Kofi Opoku and Chiboziako Junior. Over to me from a Captain B.O. Share me a fear day and a fear debia. Our Kessben 92.9 FM. Nianfa Jumedia. Yatuni Food Tech Grab the Mic. The biggest rap battle show in town. Hey, a big old more fire. Shiayen, and Menon Song, a copy non to Bia, our Casa Video so Kessben 92.9 FM. What you might do with at Shady Bebrena and a Bakosu, Nipa, or Bevinino, or what Shadias from Pokra, every Food Tech Limited, and Niji Samse, Wonswa Utia Wantia, Utia Jumedi, also what Shadias from Pokra, every Food Tech Limited, Kayo, Nashana Suse, Food Tech Limited, and a short Jumedi, as Food Tech Grab to my more fire.
Think about the place where I came from.
Man, one corner. When did you wait? Yes, baby, woman.
I saw him.
Every run, I saw him say insurance and Metimako. Oh, sir. Nanka. Wow. Said your woman say, Mirror insurance and when you'll be a man answer or what's happening for more. I'm Paddy. And I know no beautiful for be Chamia Sada insurance brokers at you. Oh, sir. Hey, when we are brokers, so be boo fast, we are more customer and quando be boo fast. For one crata seminar, Brewomo. Claims your bedging in Amo. Almost any insurance companies P. Juma, if we say omu ye brokers, as the insurance brokers, extra coin. Fadia wasa wo yom, sikachi bie nimu. For one crata some for claims winina. Fakumu omu de nyande se. We ya omu customer. Efi omu ye life and non-life policy. E be a universal life policy. Education and pension providers. Motto, fire, theft, any comprehensive. Ayi yo awon siseye ni akwansia nyina mu. Eh, na sensia no agi o matu musano. Na no nko na omo ye.
Osayo bid bond, performance, any advanced mobilization bond, any awodo pi mira.
That's ramete. Adepande don ho. Kire me kwan no na me mfa won konkonko check me how far.
Aseda insurance brokers wo Kumasi Duma Seda House, first floor. Our numbers are 0242 850204 0542 815801 and 0546 170802. And crying so Ubehunu Aseda Insurance Brokerage Limited, our Kessben Twin Towers, Circle. Yabe Vodafone, Betimia Freyen on 020 0080969. Aseda Insurance Brokers.
Ejumanesi. No.
Me obasima, me hoya fe, I hold ye papa ne hiyame, me de nafa lady clean, me de besi se ho nafa lady clean, yin kaba me frahim fe, nafa lady clean, yes I bro I can feel confident with nafa lady.
Obasima bia the nafa lady clean nesiesie na himfia ema hoye hwam eyi nkaboni bia me obesima minimnia meka masashe mekuru di ho adanse anana na meboa
odoyampa sisi ya mema ye tama mano
feel confident with nafa lady
for Nadum Heba ewo 0268 229862 anase 0240 982592 kaise akwada wonya mfinhye dumienu ni oba onyem enyusu nafa lady clean.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by FDA.
Chuchu klichu benek baneje angono ngini ngono anchi korejoeji evao ago gameso ya de bemia selolonyo bobo na ole Kessben 92.9 for ya balaoji le yara ogbe fianga enyi baro zanga o do to togbe aslevi play DJ Razvota no akololonyo bobo na ava na ole Kessben 92.9 le yara ogbe fianga enyi baro zanga ewo evao minamia wanyo evao minamia do fegbela mena khagbe khedona avese medona la klefegbe o.
I was now it is only 56 after 8. My faster than be my Bayport savings and loans. And I'll pay one more at the a year investment scheme, no at the Abampacho. And they the assessor we no and they say when a year Bayport savings and loans for ABD and Como. Pacho say Uyo Bia, Wosi Kabi a crow. na opese wo de investment dia ba bia sese wo de sika koto Bayport Savings and Loans wo mo office kese pa no ewo kokomlemle wo mo ben ATTC school no anope wo kwa won beje so pa na afi mo ahwe aye ntutuere nyina ma sika no so etimi awo dia ma obetimi 91 days obetimi 182 days 6 months no na afi 365 days 1 year ma from a year 23% at the akwakosi a year 6% rate of interest na afi etimi aboa pa no pay woni omo eni enkomo on 0245153283 and afi 0246904735 na one eye Bayport Savings and Loans eni ensawoso anope oposini na dro no eye imbustable mixture anope no nombi na entimi emboost immune system no entime emphama malaria fatigue no ana afensu stroke ani waist pain ni no onom imbustable mixture no ni bia ebeko mpacho chemical shop and herbal shop bi ebe obia no ubenya imboost opposite na drone bi na wanonom bi netimi aboa pa 0246 208496 0246 na woni wo mo eni ensawoso mpacho Tredas charcoal powder tieniye Tredas charcoal powder mpacho ye dia badwamai so eno eye detoxification of poisons mpacho what DBB anasa wafa bibi ama poison aba abebesuye so ewo wo yam onipaduanum o systems no ene wo organs ne mu baabi a anopei edroba ko a ebetimi aboa ye pa Tredas charcoal powder fabi enonom na afi intimi emoa afi ubetimi full anti-aging steaming ebetimi aboa ni nyina no Tredas charcoal powder ana side dwuma ni nyina no etimi edema mpacho harmful chemicals bia no a ewo wo yam neutralizing ni nyina enti anopei pebito ewo chemical shop bia ebel bia nanso se open dodo mu akọ tema Middle East wamo ebe American shop no wamo ben police station no na afi woni Tredas charcoal powder for any ensawoso on 055 5130230 055 5130320 na oni wamo any ensawoso mpacho anything poison anything chemicals anything bia no detoxification obehia se ebetimi aboa clear system ne mu bia no Tredas charcoal powder ana esese uyesu wamo adaroma anopay wamo so eboa ye pa Franco Trading Enterprise wadaroma wamo the phones ni nyina no ede aba anopay de obe nyina ne se obetutu anamo akoye branches ni nyina mpacho pe iPhone Samsung Nokia smart TVs and so fridges and air conditions the obe nyina ne se oni Franco for ebedi ensawoso branches across the country and pay free on 0246 422 338 0246 422 338 and also say free 055 59 39 311 na only Franco for any answer was so pay next scientific herbal and research clinic for Adaroma mpacho bone diseases nyina no bacho no nombia ukọ wamwaso ya ebeko omubetu ase e de amount afi uye obi a opese uye scans ahodo mpacho electrocardiogram scan ayeye e de fa wakoma ne ho e de maw na afi ye hu yare kra ababetena so ne atu ase e de amount ni nyina no eye niema eye na scientific herbal and research for eye anopetutu anamo na bra ye bejo fel so na ya hropa enkran ana wo wa ye wo eye Rainbow IT electronics for building ne enchen e wo Sprinters Road ne so afi Taifa ye wo adjacent Fairview Guest House ahema kokobin e wo Kumasi main station ho obehu yen 0244 120269 0244 120269 na oni ye eni ensawo so Eclipse Collateral Management for Adaroma pacho say wamo boa eye ejapade any efie ruafo ka ruafo asasi ruafo mpacho any property bia wo waye document e dia to so bia no Eclipse Collateral Management for Adaroma wombeboa e de document no aye adwuma pa the amount amamfa so dodo na no ebefri mu aba ye betua commission e wo ho wajapade no nya ade aye de ensa beka enti anopei ahotoso a wo betimi enya enie afi wo ye company OPEF bank facility, we collateral. Mpacho, we are the first collateral management company in Ghana. And okay, talk to us. Yebebuao, ma onsa etimienya collateral no e de secure facility a. Onso o share ni mo se onsa ebetime akano. O share tra kwanya ye wo Adenta new site Abakan Street. Eho ana obehu yen. Eho na ye office kesepa no e wo pentremu ana person make inquiries be afreyen on 0266 99 9020 0266 99 9020 and also say 030 0302 551877 0302 551877 na on Eclipse Collateral Management and Business Advisory Services for any komo anopay think safety and decent income one more daroma anopay one more abwa ye papa na the leak tape agenidin pa this week na amansem ni nyina no akwakoye bibia ho ba memra chase so na mintie no for the first part on a year the leak tape no na afeyento so endi enkomo chase ba mintie
speaker
yes
leak tape no mention them pay attention maybe who ni say unnecessary
okay they na wo huni unnecessary
unnecessary because kakra material no bugri na bu any amanfo bi na kushia
alleged
COP ba ko ni ye fenden ASPB na kushia bugri na bu office na no mudi nkomo no mo kasu omumpam dampare na omra na omumpo bi fufuro na send a beya MPP bit media break 8 and yes dia emfa the little I know in elections no IGP nipa ba kupe IGP bit me atran cry ha ama command emrante no mo war field no ebia omunti command no omumfanye djuma. It happened in 2008 elections. Mena Mekamitro. In 2008, I coordinated Buim Akan Biakuye. I was with the then DC Charles Bob Agbonto.
Okay.
And then Coastal Development, or Baku Deputy CEO. Now Mena Mayor 8. So I know what I'm talking about. So just some buy in 2008. So I come, you better declare 5,000 difference. Be then there, so military were put on red alert. We be our follow 2008 election should do this one. Maza, me say 2008. Ena yeti youth employment.
Yeah.
Boniface Abubakar Sadek na na ewo. One eti sadi no. No omo ye yesisem. Solomon Donko is alive. No a DC sa omo na ya form adwuma foforo omo na eye yesisan so ja form omo na typical no na that was the yesisamu sign.
Yeah,
they were leading the yesisamu sign. You see certainty wa netiawa no matter what 2016 now one president
John Mahama
IGP now one appointed no
John Mahama
CDS there one
John Mahama.
What are you talking about? One lose election. Electoral commission na not so no. Not John Mahama na appointed no. Oluzu ye. So where is this thing say damper then obit my? I thought say you see a strong institutions.
Exactly.
This an age na yeka. Impartial institutions. Institution na ebe credible. It is a damper yako. A friend Asinov and Asaf Asinov. Na watumi akoye adwuma. Sani say Emma party in government, the governing party general secretary, etimi complain say police for cheden cromvoa. What it means in say police for ya de ewo asenough. Pepe eya basu bonne say ye bodam parin police for abaso. So much my asenough dem me ditum so makoye impartial. Esi obo mabaso. Yet ha ena I was West Wagon there buy me wa e buy no one e blame ni mom police for even though IGP then David Asante Pietu ko pie a short commissioner anymore no o ka se car no mu nim ho hwe sa van no mu de operation no o si police for nim ho hwe enye police for car but that van was branded with Ghana police insignia and mu de ko di sa adwuma no ne si ya kui free the Chiman South dear by election 2020 nipa 80 wu ye around the country no one mun blame you we blame the security agencies so say ne the anya IGP a obetima ye impartial na ko election na ko by election you see Speaker, there is something about Asinop. It is the only by-election I have a party in government. Alusi. The only by-election I have a party in government. Alusi. It is about so Bobby Wawa. Mumfambo near some.
Atiwa, so party in government.
At you only win. Fine, thank you for that information. You see, Speaker, and he said, we are bad. Why not comment the police?
Yeah.
Rather say, ye nephew, say, police, you see, but say, COP now or Casa woman. So, or ye COP pan there, Not by this time.
What in the post to swap?
Not order so a police uniform.
It's a fair investigation.
You don't need, but must he be at post while we are investigating him?
Not at all.
Must he be? It's a what turn a Jumama as you now investigating Anna. No. It's supposed to be interdicted. Straightforward.
But we are told say you name the patrol.
You know
forensic.
They've named names. They've named names.
And there's some crophobic but the real scientific.
That is it. Call them. Invite them. Let's see the Maye Duma. There must be a public statement from the Ghana Police Service. The National Security New Bia Bayan Kasa must be interested in this matter. Investigation, we are more forensic. How long will it take you to? Now, when you say Ghana needs no. Now, PBI just for Ghana Telecom University. Voice to authenticate. Now, see, I didn't know money be Ghana. Even fingerprint to crown no money be that technology to even confirm say fingerprint in the binio. So let's get serious.
When you are normal jandam, you are boy.
Wait, no more, maybe you see, police for my Canada message so before being a promotion, now we are concerning.
Okay.
We are police, now we need to go ni we need concern. You more basso. As a prove to political party or positions, the media may come woo. Until Mobopobia know what we are now with the court. Well, I say now with the information, no question just say where they are nipa. If no, how will you identify as a police where they are making disobey my juma? So, Munini ni a sumasi dreadia. And then they say, police know the young man in the IGP that because of your party A and not party B. It's because of that black market trading. Police for no ye. And anything where of all the Ghanaians I will in MPP for me, one by your Bugin Abu office.
Exactly.
Bugin Abu is not an ordinary party boy. What the regional chairman? I know your henny. Bugin Abu Kuvadu, Jandam boys or no. How is it? A more deal with Diboneno. Bugin Abu is part of them. Oh, now we brass to do that. No, because when the Otikwa Fisa Jaban, there was a recording in that regard about the death of
Major Mahama.
Not Major Mahama, but Adams Mahama. And the police are not pushing. They didn't investigate. It is not for anything. You see, to even become a commissioner, a political. To become a police commissioner, a political. And to go to Ghana Police Institute, testa no hay. And also be ne oho. Ye ni mu awonko. And this commissioner ni ACPU awako Bugina Abu office. Go and find out. If you obey a commissioner, on the one man to me a commissioner. And to compare loyalty
to the boss.
To the boss. And all the information I could so say, man, ya, ya humbeche. Me the man for mammy part me okay. But moon poor be, moon poor be. Na moon for man. But I share list no more commissioners in now do retirement.
Very well. May that's what I say. I'm going to meet you on this now.
Mr. Speaker, Tepi Matie.
Okay.
Na mimi die me hu ne sɛ wotie emra JDM ɔkɔ ɔmo kɔ Cape Kosi kohyia ɔmo nkrɔfo etemfo utie nsɛm wɔ kan ya ɔse yɛn trase mu obi ehunahuna yɛn election yɛn hwɛ mu obi a enrege elections no Mr. Speaker, from day one wa flop. I will not be surprised say omo no mo hwehwɛ nneɛma akyi no mo yɛ de omo yɛ. Nobody has ever decided that Dampare omo kwakoyin. And I have always reiterated anyway say Mr. Speaker, IGP minini nyina ne fie nyinam. We grew up together. Dampare kyerɛ madeɛ kakra. And that family is brainy. And nyinam kra de oba your friend na so ni hene. Okay. You see, the truth of the matter is, when he was even the regional police commander, Emra, Oye and Adrian said, or de sa camera Sibebo Bogeta Accra region. Ena, we JB Dankwa, we buy ya, sweetly, or Kwachi Nipano, or Chini Pano up and we need to call Winiba. Yeah, I haven't called him. Or Chini Panwani, ye needed to call Winiba. Any truncating in Mananke so your greater courage, you know. He's gone through the mill in the police service. Mr. Speaker, now Obayano, what he wants to do is his legacy. The second year, IGP last year, no visibility. What's his legacy? And offer the BIA police, Mr. Speaker.
You shall recuse yourself on this subject. Why? The teacher has 7 or can.
Oh, man, can I say, man?
Now, just speak on naughty.
Mr. Speaker, my permission that me submitting me.
I'm gonna carry on.
Mr. Speaker,
his submission is influenced by his relationship with the IGP.
Mr. Speaker, carry on. Mr. Speaker, and sa kronui hwe ene sa blokuma we when the guy did it we send the camera and picking it up
exactly and then one more guy na year
yes and well entino media me feel say enipa or ye na adwuma no say bi obi a wanya sa de bia ni sa position ni bia no obepese obewo wonase na we na free ho. But I think like what the interior minister said obi anya na adwene na Mr. Speaker about to ebekwa in 2024 so because obetumi abokoro no pa was about to mu na odada ne ho eye adwuma drene ne drene de win 2024 elections because you see you don't need the police so obetumi ehunu obi a e de amount and usually when it gets to elections is the joint way of the police and the military. It is a police IGP no commanding them, not CDS and so commanding them Crawford different there. How would you be able to rig? In any case, obi an any abreso betua betia no, obejina line ni mo atoaba e de tiao. What NDC should think of doing is say, Mr. Speaker, they should think about winning landslide. 30,000, 200,000, 10,000, and that era is going past. They should be serious. And for me, if you ask my candid opinion, NDC is not putting themselves ready for power. Share and someone omo chairman kwa kan platform is who are saying off the entire Cronford also trotrum. Is it not an insult? So okowie teacher ni sika ino see form ino yi bi di teacher ni ka was that a message they should send a serious party that is ready to win power? And I ask myself, so yes, elections are you come and say somebody has rigged you. But Mr. Speaker, one thing we know as a party, John Dramani Mahama, ya tafren who 2 times. Krama or Wubi or the Tekrama Tete Maho, ya tafren who 2 times. And Tianyan you, my yen. Utie John Jinapua. Bahumiana the baby. We had an Adenokato. Kufuado and Baumia, that is the man they fear. And we are saying with Baumia, it is possible. And you will be a catcher so for PFP above. And you will be a catcher so no, we are saying it is possible. And that is the card we are playing as a party. But you are Namubia, a former general, a Surajino, a Fifia Geno. The fact is that media may feel say even if Dr. Kufu Dampare.
And then she had a bad deal.
Oh, sir. Even if George Kufu Dampare, you had your friend Nana, is the IGP and he has any ulterior motive, crasser or percent or skinuma obia and yejuma. Because Oma Mayati as say elections is won at the polling station. Now, Mr. Speaker, and Kufu Dampare near the Kokumu. And what happened in Kumu?
NPP won.
Mr. Speaker, Yanfana uncle Asenoff.
Yeah.
Now Asenoff, Okofa candidate. Obano Charles Opokunu Pejanensa. What do you have to say? Or say nothing. Now Uko Lucy election, you align it to IGP. Again, you went to Kumawu and we went to Kumalu earlier enough to do our campaign. How do you come back and tell me, say, as a ruling party, we are being intimidated and therefore it's the fault of the IGP? How possible? Mr. Speaker, and if you want to do forensic audit, baby, assist the constituency or primary so. The primaries, and you come back and complain. The general secretary must sit up and audit MWA as enough. You get a whole regional chairman, as one or the call as enough. And I two so good so sena nankabe so near petty good so. How serious were we in Asenoff? When we were going there, we were preaching, say, Motu Abamana, Denebakwakotu. What was the message? When others were no more form, and they were living with the people in the community, where did the police went wrong? At the end of the day, the elections, Mr. Speaker, you're too abandoned. In less than 10 minutes, now NDC are publishing results.
Exactly. I did a surprise him.
In less than 10 minutes, the results no matter what you would have. And young Crawford is going to be collecting results. And I'm the 2 ahead of you.
So I'm people resulting by
never. Because the fact of the matter is, the people weren't prepared. They realized that we had gone there for a fanfare. And then they were serious into the strategy was to outwit us, and they did. We share Yamre to Abani, we share Johnson Asia Dunketia, and a chairman, or friend or the ban in Chino, and I say. Yatuti. And your chairman, we shouldn't dimina at that time, he was confused. So it's just that let's admit that strategy at the send off no anya juma mayen. And therefore say admitting ye be fear, ye bet me be page ye honia ye ejuma. Na ye dey according to 2024. But nobody should sit down there and scheme say police into me ye mayen.
But as a coffee, bringing us to 19 after 9, as a be a not dumb Herbal Center for the Ampacho, garlic bitters, no, and with drama, so a blood circulation, and improve a year of blood flow, no, I feel with general body pains, no, not dumb garlic bitters, it was here at the man. Not for lady clean, a man or Eddie says you are him fear, ama bibiano, a ye neat, any and kapapa, and a bit me about now. So, not for mixture, and then a capsules, no, pacho, syphilis, no, gonorrhea. No any white ni no asie ebetu ediama nadom Herbal Center for no ebi eni mpacho pebi na yusubi na intime m1 mpacho pendudo mo to Atema Community 1 Casino New Store First Gate ube hu yen 0268 229862 0268 229862 and also say 0240 981592 na one nadom for any answer was so Filmat Institute for Media Studies but juma mi ye ubano ni kondo se obeye bia anopei tutuanamo eko eye South Odoko Aliu Mahama Street no eso eho ana obehu eye Format Institute of Media Studies. You betcha radio and TV presentation, radio and TV production, Facebook streaming, any video editing. Pacho admissions are in progress. Enti anopay peke obana form no na afiwonya kwenyano enkosuya dia 0546 175545 0546 175545 na one aya Format Institute for Media Studies for Eninsa was so anopay. Kanisa Ventures Father Roma, one more the Kanisa, Heba Mr. No the Abedjama, some pacho, Adia Bia, a ye pain, a year obia, a two nipe biano, Kanisa Heba Mr. Etu Asia demand, waist pains, menstrual pains, gonorrhea, candidiasis, vaginal discharges, prostate enlargement, sexual weaknesses, and a year of blood circulation, no a enko ye ni no pay, no Kanisa Heba Mr. na asien to Emma Techiman, Ube Huyen Ewo ho, Yawo a year contain taxi rank wa baseline pharmacy no, then share ni more so ana Ube Huyano. Pay speak to us on 0247-887436, 0247-887436, and our face 0202-990943, 0202-990943. Na one a year Kanisa for any enkomo anope. One bejo so na afe one more me abua opa. My member citizens so na mintieno on this occasion na afe Ben so edi esi na yeko. Mamintio.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, General.
If the police have no role to play in elections, can you who on electoral day?
Oh, so they provide security. And
yes, that's what I'm saying. If they have no role to play, can you who on electoral day? Because the police anya wejuma ye at the various polling stations, it can affect elections
and their processes.
Exactly. So mama yen shade no, they can't do anything. Yes, they can. They can. And Makati can one man. IGP is not one man. No. Senka Yebeka the president to say one man. In electoral commission, one person. I hate when they say the Jemensa. It can't Jemensa, then it's a problem. The institution you handle and the control you have. See, even in Asin North, one of the issues the MPP complained about in there, because there were COPs who were there, say echo, na se BBC you want a police constable to take an action or refer to the superior. So by the time you get to the superior for the issue to be resolved, so the first of all, we should understand the police architecture and the fact that certain commands can change issues at the polling stations. Not necessarily they be a matter or bus son now no. But in terms of them, in terms of the government to accept polling stations, you know, say police if you those things could happen and it could affect the result. Medema Henry Lata IGP bus some kukumoti. No, I don't want some like but the police for a year na ballot box na ye de kotwa was sitting in our doka. Eba been a record kind. Those are the things we should look at.
Okay.
The other thing is that Makati Kasembia or ye very through and we should be careful because on ye only with the police, but in politics, kokonsa iyaza we reward in our daily lives. Mr. Speaker, ejuma mu media fu mu ejuma mu krampo kokonsa.
Oh, hapa.
Nkofo ye kokonsa just to get positions. And every facet of our lives, kokonsanti obi na ejuma abon. Taxi drivers kokonsanti wajo obi ni car am obi fofor. Asorum, even the church kokonsan ho. Be my question. I had the one away or so for ni years. Schools. So kokonsa in our daily lives, you know. Whether ye jay. Say na ye jay the reward and forward to kokonsa chayana. People will mind their business. In paying for what's in our ways. I mean, for me, nobody can tell me that the Mazi or doctored or AI or something like that. This really happened. But the intention is what I'm not too sure about.
Okay.
If the intention in Tina Damazi Oliki, if I'm in a Burgi Nabu, everything will Burgi Nabu Oliki. Why? I mean, the intention of releasing this into the public domain only means, one, is it for the IGP to gain some sort of sympathy with the opposition party? Or is it to force the ruling government to say that, hey, I didn't keep IGP, and I'm going to say, Bibi, Sesapenko, for Badrin there, Empire Pede Unifuo. So to keep him there for a long time. And really, there are serious issues that we need to interrogate. Yeah. Sometimes opposition will cry foul just to get some people to go beyond what they have to do for them. Into opposition party will work, it's open our regulations. Then the EC will have to go every extent to prove that they are not rigging the elections. And it inures to the benefit of the opposition. My parliament was set a committee now. Since when the parliamentarians were investigators?
Very well.
Sure.
Ben, Mr.
Speaker.
Yes.
I think baby and come said in common of no. Do one found for her. This leak tape no a treasonous leak tape. Kind of a coup data leak tape that I think that any coin say they are no a fan keke. Nkamai biswa makani baby say nkamai be a serious country omo protect your democracy, omo protect your institutions nka any voice, any person notice in this tape no nka ya cheno dadada. But because of say maya yenye serious na yempese be protect democracy nintino I think say ya fane sa sinye da bia ya fana na but we any nyesa netie. You see what this tape brings out is the disunity among the Ghana Police Service. The dishonesty in the Ghana Police Service. The lack of integrity in the Ghana Police Service. And the last one, the backbiting that affects the operational capacity of the Ghana Police Service. This okay, Mr. Speaker. I think that was last month ago, Wagner, Russia, tried Sanka Omo Koso some mayhem in Russia.
Exactly.
They were investigated. This yanya obi ni yanya most of the I've not listened to the tape, but I think that there's a bit of agreement say Omo Kansa that these names were mentioned. This yanya obi to say bugri na abu. Na yanya obi to say a former a police commissioner or commissioner of police, a serving commissioner. Now this serving commissioner was able to say some of these things are okay now. Any serious country should have picked these people up. O san ke form da dada. Ye di omo kweshemu a afeni asate I investigate and say no kre omo kansa na mo ankasa. But Ghana ne won we are not serious. Nti yemfo obia ye be fa ne say oh sa anya babi keke. Now, what is going to happen in the police service going forward? Or mine, I will say protect a alliance creation.
In the parties, eh?
No, alliance creation towards the current IGP. And Commissioner Yawako Kanasemi. And there's going to be that vacuum of mistrust.
And a huge division.
A huge division in the police service.
Ubiabe aligning.
Yes, that is what is going. If Yantiman corrective way in Tema, there's going to be mistrust because IGP no krati wono be na papa ya wako kasa no jinidi be no jinidi ena papa ya wako kasa minti ono kra no ni ina ko no kra no abeya asemama no why na menyini ni and you are killing the police service an institution that also protecting your democracy o say no Minim a lawyer for say police service who flew a wine or hobium hierarchy no it is saying in terms of national
from COPU, from Commissioner of Police.
No, not an individual like institution, no police, Ghana Police Service, no. It is NIB, right? National Investigation.
Police is on its own.
No, but Ukoma Biswa, police no also is below another topmost institution.
Oh, okay. But Ghana is not like that.
Ghana is not like that. If Ghana is
for them, they have some of them have federal states.
Okay.
And therefore, the federal states, the hierarchy of the national police, the federal state police might not necessarily be under that.
Fine.
Because we'll be under the laws.
But what I think is that Nkane, your NIB should be investigated and calling people. Whether by invitation, whether by arrest, nkawase bukridam nabu ana mufrani saying. Nkodem. But me, I don't blame us.
National security should.
Yes, national security should have picked them up. But I don't blame them, Mr. Speaker. Madika ka say, amanyosem, any amambosem, sometimes they are synonymous. Omo muso omo boye no, omo ansu na ekuyen. And because also omo na say minor,